Hi, my name is Simone and I'm the Zen Mommy. I'm here to help you with spiritual awakening and ascension and guiding you through the healing of the mind, body, and soul. Today, I want to talk about, I want to give you like some tips and tricks to manifesting money. And although I don't have my $1,000,000 yet, okay, and I'm working on my manifesting process, I'm at a pace where, sometimes that big lump sum is like too big of a goal right there, right? You have to deal with kind of what you want here. Like if you can't believe in getting that much money that you want to manifest, then make smaller goals until you start to get that belief system within you. Okay, so here's some blocks to manifesting money and some tips and tricks to help overcome it. So one of the blocks that we can have to manifesting money is I remember one subscriber asked me, she was like, well, I make some decent money, but by the end of the month, I still seem to not have enough money anymore. Am I, she said, does that mean I'm in the vibration of lack poverty consciousness? And so, or I can't remember exactly how she phrased that, but that's not even the part of the question I'm going to address. Okay, so the part of the question I'm going to address is, oh yeah, I make a good amount of money, but like nice amount, right? But I'm always broke when it comes to the end of the month, right? And so let's just say, even for me now, I had to quit my job. I'm trying to start my business store and all this stuff. And, and I'm on unemployment. And so it's a little bit of a struggle, okay? And especially in the beginning in January, just I had some rough points, right? And so one of the tips I've learned is when it comes to money, so you're manifesting money and you got to get in that vibration of having money, right? But what if you're like in a bad place financially? So this is one of the blocks you have. Let's just say for me, before my awakening, my life was a mess. I didn't want to read my bills. I wouldn't check the mail. I didn't like answering phone calls. I didn't like dealing with stress or, appointments and time. And I would just let things just slide. And when bills would come in, I would decide, okay, I'm going to pay this bill now so I wouldn't be without all of my money. I'll have some money to spend and then I'll pay it later, right? And so the thing is, when you do that, so this is right here, when you do that, okay, so the thing about money is energy. And so anything with energy, you have to be in the flow of it. So in order to be in the ebb and flow of money, energy, it has to be able to flow in and flow out. So if you're having bills, the first thing you're having all of these debt and bills, the first thing you need to do is you need to decide what is my budget and what is my bills. Change your means to live within the means you have. Okay, so not being in the lack vibration, but don't be stupid about it. Okay, like know what your bills are, and that was one of the things that I didn't know what my bills were. Like know your budget. Like how is the universe going to help you with money when you're not taking care of the money you have? So know exactly. Okay, these are all the things that I need. This is the type of money. This is the amount of money I'm going to need monthly in order to support this, and add whatever else you need to add to that. Right. So once I did that, I began to do that. Right. That's when I started to notice, like I wrote down, okay, here's my bills. Okay, I have to be organized now. I have a store now. I have monthly fees. I have a website. I have monthly fees for my website. I have to pay for extra storage. I got to pay for that. So I have to itemize everything on the list. And once I became organized, I noticed money started to flow into me more. And I was able to take care of the needs that I listed. Okay, so now when I talk about the flow, okay, and when it comes to having a bill come in, and soon as you get the bill, this is the smart thing to do. Let's just say you have money in the bank, enough to pay that bill, but maybe I want to put this bill off to the last day of the deadline, right? You don't want to do that, and let me tell you why. Soon as the bill comes in, pay the bill right away. Write a check, however you decide to pay it. You want to pay the bill the same day. And here's why. See, money is energy, right? And so if you block the flow of energy by holding on to the money, then you won't be in the flow of money flowing in. If you have to flow it out for it to flow back in. And so if you're owing somebody their energy. So now your energy is blocked. Okay, so they need their energy, but you decide I'm gonna hold on to it. So now they're blocked up, and you're holding on to this money, thinking I might need it for something. No, release that hold, pay that bill. Let's just say God, as soon as I pay all these bills, I'm going to have only $50 left to my next paycheck, right? Well, here's the thing. I know it might seem like, what if I can't make it with $50? Trust the universe. Do it anyway. That's what I've learned. Trust the universe. Do it anyway. The universe will always provide. You have to learn the science to this, okay? The energy to this. Energy has to constantly flow. It has to go in and out. So don't hold on to anybody. That's karma, because then they're being blocked. Now you're being blocked. So it's about starting to release these blocks when it comes to manifesting abundance, okay? Manifesting money. So you want to constantly be in the flow. Same thing with clothes and stuff. Like, you have old clothes. If you haven't used it in over 6 months, if you're not going to use it in the next few months, then get rid of old clothes. Let that energy flow out. Get in the flow. Keep things around you that are full of life and energy, not something that's been sitting there and you haven't used in a long time. So that's what's important about, like, getting in the ebb and flow of making money, being organized, writing out your bills, knowing what you need, knowing what you desire, knowing what you need to succeed, right? And then taking care of things, you know. And this doesn't just go with money. Like, for me, this is why it's coming up. This is why I'm starting to realize, like, one of my blocks of money is I get to a point where I get stagnated, and I was like, I'm having these blocks, and that's why it's kind of taking me a long time to get Zen Mommy off the ground. I'll be like, I can't do it. Part of me feels like I can't do it, right? But there's a part of me, like, I'm doing things that is blocking me from manifesting some of my desires. Like, okay, let me let you in on a little. It's gonna be stupid. So I needed to get I lost my ID, my driver's license. And I need to get a new one. And every time, I don't want to deal with the DMV line. I get busy. I don't want to go there. And I have all of these excuses. And now it's been over 2 months. And I don't have an ID. I have checks, but I can't cash them. I can't get my wholesale license because I need an ID for that. And so I started to see all of the things that's blocking me from my abundance is me. All I have to do is get myself up, go to the DMV, and I did that this morning, but the the DMV line was wrapping around the building. It was raining. No excuse, okay? So I'm going to go again tomorrow. But the thing is, I realized this is a major block. If I don't just go take care of something little, right? Something little, then that way, you see how that chain of effects, I don't have an ID, I can't get this, and that. But if this ID, if I take care of that, everything else will energetically flow better in my life, and I'll be able to take care of all the things. I have checks that I could just cash as soon as I get the ID. And it's just like, it's laziness, really. And it's also a block. It's blocks that I built up, you know, things that I went through before my awakening. Everything was so chaotic. And it's just like, to me, I had to, like, dismantle all of the person I became through all of that negativity and spiritual blocks and distrust and not loving myself. Like, every day of this awakening is a step for me to change my life. I never would have thought I'd be a person to have my own business, to have a YouTube channel, to meet all these beautiful people, to have all these friends, to have a life of constant excitement and adventure and mystery. It's amazing, and I absolutely love it. And that's why I'm here on YouTube sharing my experience, because anybody can get this. Anybody can do this. It takes willpower. It takes getting up one day and saying, things have to change. I want to change. I want a better life. I want to love myself. I want to have peace. I want to be joyful. I want to be happy. Not at no destination. I'm planning for the future, but happiness is the way. Anyways, thank you for watching. Peace and love. Namaste.